Test, mic test. So we'll begin very shortly. Star, hi Peng. We'll be starting soon. Okay, so it will be P5 math today. From 5 to 6 o'clock, P5 math. Will there be Kahoot? There will be Kahoot for P6. Okay, so not for P5. Later on P6, we will have Kahoot. Yeah, Ren Hao and Cheyenne, hello. When will P6 start? Is it P6 will be from 6 o'clock onwards? 6 to 7 o'clock. Yeah, hello. Foodie slug, yes, correct. It's P5 now. Will you receive a notification? I don't think so. Yeah, you can just set an alarm on your phone or your watch, okay, for 6 o'clock. But usually Kahoot is at the end, okay, so I would think it's about 6:45 around there, then we will have the Kahoot. For this, like, what time start is it? Okay, so for P5, we're going to start now. For P6, we will have it at 6 o'clock, 6 to 7 o'clock. So I hope you all have downloaded the worksheets and have attempted the questions beforehand. Okay, for Sec 1, that will be tomorrow. Not today. Okay. You're referring to Sec 1 math, is it? 1 math is tomorrow. Mio, yes. Thanks for sending the likes. Okay, Liren, how about Sec 2 math, is it? Sec 2 math or also tomorrow? Yeah, Sec 1 and Sec 2 math will be back to back tomorrow. Okay, so Mio, yes. Later when we go through the paper, you can send in your answer through the chat. Tomorrow, will there be other subjects? Is it tomorrow? There will be English as well. Okay, so seems like today the numbers, there's not as many of you. Maybe because it's March holidays, right? So I think a lot of people will be going on holiday. Okay, so those of you who are watching the live, you are very hardworking. March holiday still watching. Very good. Hi, Ian John, good to see you. Okay, shall we begin? Are you ready? I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Can we try the first question? Okay, so we have a multiplication of fractions question over here. Can you please try it? Which of the following has the smallest value? Those of you who have already done the questions beforehand, just send in your answer in the chat. Okay. 511611YY. You said the answer is 3, is it? Then you put a the over there. You gotta try again. Okay, the rest of you are correct. Yep, good. So let's go through this. I'm gonna cross cancel first, okay? So for example, 30 and 5, you can cross cancel. Both of them can divide by 5, right? So you're left with 6 and 1. Okay, you do the same for the other number, which is 4 and 8. Cross cancel, you'll get 2 and 1. So then you notice that your numerator is only left with 6 times 2. So this gives you the value of 12. User 745. Yes, there is Kahoot for P6 math later on. We're doing P5 math now. Yeah. Okay, then for the next one, same thing. Do all your cross cancellation. After you do your cross cancellation, you will have 2 times 3, which is 6. Continue on for your other options. Okay, so for option 3, I'm going to cross cancel 15 and 5 and also 12 and 4. So you end up with 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, so you're almost done. Then we'll look at option 4. Cross cancel 12 and 4 and also 30 and 5. All right, so you'll end up with 3 times 6, which is 18. Now you can pick your smallest value. Smallest value should be option 2, which is number 6. Okay, so that's your smallest value. So all of you, okay, not all, but most of you did get it correct. This is option 2 as your answer. So this question is not difficult. You just need to cross cancel. Everybody okay for the first one? The first question is okay. You can try the second one. Let's see your answers for the second one. Hi Asher, good to see you. It's okay, no worries. Okay, user 745 says this question is easy. So please send in your answers. Ask 10 seconds to send in your answers. Okay, star emoji, how do you leave a like? Is it, I believe if you're using your phone, you just tap the screen, then that would become a like. Yep. So seems like most of you are done sending in the answer. I'm going to read the question now. 100 identical dresses cost $6,000 and 200 identical shirts cost $5,000. Find the total cost of one shirt and one dress. Okay, so let's work on the dresses first. For the dresses, that is 100 of them for $6,000. So how much is one dress? Let me know in the chat. And how do you find how much one dress is? What must you do? Okay, so Mio yes says 60. Yeah, that's correct. But how do you get the answer? What must you do? Okay. Divide, right? Yes, divide by 100. That's right. Okay, so all we need to do is divide by 100. When you divide by 100, you can just cancel away 2 zeros. Okay, so if you have 6,000, you cancel away 2 zeros. That gives you $60 for one dress. Yep, user 745, that's correct. Okay, then after that, we move on to the shirt. So this will be 200 shirt, cost $5,000. So how much is one shirt? Let me know in the chat. And how do you find out how much one shirt is? How much is one shirt? Okay, so Mio, yes, and Yan Zhang says 25. Yeah, that's correct, 25. Did you get 25? You had to divide by 200. Yes, that's correct. The same thing, you can cancel away the zero first. So for example, 5,000, you cancel away 20 is a 50. Then 50, you divide by 2. That's how you get 25. All right, so one last step. You want one dress and one shirt. So you just need to add up those two numbers. I'm going to take 60 plus 25. So their total cost is 85. This is number 3. Yes, Faiza. That is correct. Your working is correct. Mei Yuan answer is number 3. Yes, that's correct. Neil, yes. User 745. Yan Zhang, all correct. Very good. The triple H. Yes, that's correct. We look at the next one. Question 3. The total length of a wire and a string is 3 whole 1/5 meter. The length of the wire is 1 whole 1/7 meters. Find the difference in their lengths. Okay, send in your answers. Those of you who have done the questions beforehand. Miriam, I think you got to try again, okay, for this question. Sandra as well. Faiza as well. Now, those of you who are telling me that the answer is 4, I think you found the string, okay? But the question is not asking you for the string, right? The question is asking you for the difference between the wire and the string. Okay, so for those of you who said number 4 is the answer, you need one more step. Okay, good. Let's go through this. I think the rest of you, most of you got it correct. So I'm going to take the total length minus the wire first to get the string. So that will be 3/1/5 minus the wire. So what must you do when you want to minus these two things? Let me know in the chat. You cannot just minus like that, right? You need to do something first before you can minus. What do you need to do? Yeah, what do you need to do before you can minus? Okay, yes. User 745 says common denominator. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I want to make the denominator the same. So what denominator should you change it to? Okay, so user 745 just now said that the denominator should be 35. That's correct. Okay, so for your first fraction, you have to times 7. For your second fraction, you times 5. Once your denominator is the same, then now we minus. Okay, so 3 whole minus 1 whole, you get 2 whole. And then you minus the fraction. 7/35 minus 5/35. You get 2/35. Okay, so many of you got this answer. So that's why you said that, oh, this number 4 should be the answer. Okay, but this is the string, but I want to find the difference. So let me know in the chat, what does the keyword difference mean? When you see the keyword difference, usually what does that mean? You have to, what do you have to do? Okay, so Yin Zhang and user 745, premium, Cheyenne. Okay, everybody says minus. Yeah, that's good. Okay, difference means minus. So I'm going to use the string minus the wire. So remember that your wire is 1 whole 1/7, right? So that is also equals to 1 whole 5/35. My question is, can you just minus it like that? Seems like cannot, right? Because this is 2/35. 2/35 cannot minus 5/35. So what do you need to do over here? What must you do in order to minus this? Let me know in the chat. Hmm. User 745, you are very friendly, huh? Yeah, okay, the rest of you, what must you do? So you tell me you cannot just minus, then you need to do something, right? Okay, so I don't know how to pronounce your username, but Adamus, is it? Yeah, you are basically saying that you need to regroup, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, regroup. So Mio, yes, change it all into improper fraction. That is also okay. Right, so I'm going to do regrouping, okay? So when you regroup, this two whole becomes one whole. That means you take away one whole. Then the one whole that you take away is equivalent to 35 over 35. You add it to 2 over 35. So then you will have 37 over 35. So this step is called regrouping. After you regroup, then you can minus. Okay, so you will use the whole number minus the whole number. And then after that, you use 37 over 35 minus 5 over 35. So that's how you get the final answer, 32 over 35. Okay, so those of you who said option 3 is the answer, that is correct. Oh, I think this is our last section A question. Yeah, we only have 3 MCQs today. Next page is section B already. Okay, so quite fast. Anybody still needs the working on this page before I move on? Anybody? Okay, so if not, let's move on. Over here, this one is fairly simple. They ask you to find the value of 40 divided by 6. Express your answer as a mixed number in the simplest form. See your answers in the chat. Okay, so Cheyenne, Marian, user 745, CT Kitty, yes, you all have the same answer. Anybody else has some more answers? Okay, Yan Zhang, same answer as well. Miao, yes. Okay. Marian, you managed to find out how to send in the fraction. Okay, that's good. Okay, yeah. So I think most of you have already sent in your answers. The user 745, I'm also not sure how she did it. Like, you have to ask her. Okay, Liren Hao and Shani, yeah, okay, same answer. So 40 divided by 6, you can put it as a fraction. It's actually 40 over 6. So actually this line over here, when you have a fraction, the line means division. 40 divided by 6 is 40 over 6. So then you are supposed to simplify it. So I can simplify by dividing by 2. I will get 20 over 3 first. Okay, so then after that, you change it to a mixed number. That will be 6 whole 2 over 3 as your answer. Everybody got it correct. So very good. Yeah, good job. And also, Marian is teaching everybody how to type a fraction. So you guys can try it out. Apparently, you just need to hold the number 2, okay? Then what happened, Marian? You press the number 3 next or something? Okay, so I see that Ren Hao also managed to send in the fraction. Yeah. So we learned something cool today. You learned how to send in a fraction on the TikTok live chat bits. Great. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so now everybody is trying to send in the fraction in the chat. Yes, just now Megan already mentioned how to type in the fraction. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, but some of you managed to figure it out. Anyway, you all can just try, okay? In the meantime, we're going to look at the next question. Some time to read this question, okay, and then let me know your answers in the chat box. Yeah, okay, good. Continue sending in the answers. 10 seconds to send in your answers, please. You got the same answer, right, so far? Let me see whether it's all correct. Yeah, okay, good. Okay. So this question actually very simple. Hansel had 3 liters of juice. He poured the juice equally into 6 cups. So how much juice was there in each cup? The only tricky thing about this question is the units. So you must take note what units does the question want. They want milliliters. Okay, so some of you, if you give your answer as a fraction or a decimal, then it will be wrong. Okay, because you're giving your answer in terms of liters, but they want milliliters. So first thing I'm gonna do is 3 liters, change it into 3000 milliliters. Then the keyword pour usually means division. All right. So we will use 3000 milliliters and then you divide it into the 6 cups. So that's how you get 500 milliliters as the answer. Yeah, this question is quite easy. And CT Kitty, the answer is no. So this question can do in one step, very easy. We move on to the next page. Okay, so we have a fraction question over here. One of you asked me a very funny question. Is this Chinese? No, this is of course not Chinese. I mean, you look at the words, it's in English. Okay, but anyway, we're doing math. All right. This is not Chinese. This is not English. We're doing math. But you ask very funny questions. Okay, so send in your answers in the chat. Some of you type the units as well, the grams, is it? Okay. Since this is section B, technically you don't need to write the grams. They will provide it for you. Yeah. Okay, but I mean, no issues if you send it in the chat. Okay, so far the answers that I'm seeing are all correct. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, so let me read the question. Penny had 2,170 grams of chicken. She cooked 2/7 of the chicken. How much chicken does she have left? Okay, so actually for this question, there's two methods you can use. Maybe you guys want to share your method. I will go through the two methods later, but maybe you guys can let me know what method you'll use to solve this question. And try your best to type the work in. How do y'all solve this question? Okay, Muhammad. All right, thanks for sharing your working. And the rest of you, what does your working look like for this question? So only Muhammad sent me the working. The rest of you want to share your working as well? Let's see if anybody else has a different method. because I mentioned that there's two methods for this. Okay, so Cheyenne, your method is the same as Muhammad's one. That's the first method. Okay, so the first method is you know that if she cooked 2 over 7, this means that the fraction that she had left must be 5 over 7. Okay, so method number 1, you will use 5 over 7, then you directly multiply 2,170 grams. Yeah, okay, so star emoji, yes, that's the first method. So this will give you 1,550 grams. Okay, so that's method number 1. Anybody else has a different method? Okay, so yes, I'm seeing different methods now. Some of you, like Yan Zhang, Catherine, Miao, yes, you guys use and CT Kitty, yeah, you guys use units. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so that's the second method that you can use. So if you look at the denominator, it is 7. So this means that in total, she has 7 units. So 7 units will be the 2,170 grams. Okay, so from here you can find 1 unit, which is 310, and then you find 5 units, which is what she had left. So either method is okay, you will get the same answer. Yeah, so see which one you prefer, method 1 or method 2, both are correct. Up to your personal preference, okay? Right, so let's move on. So I think this is our last section B question. Okay, we have an area and perimeter question. Yep. Faisal, how about your method? Is it? Oh, I must have missed it out. Let me see. Okay. Faisal, if you use 2 over 7 times 2170, you are actually finding what she cooked. Okay, Faisal. But the question wants what is left, not what is cooked. So Faisal, you need an additional step after that. Is it okay, Faisal? You can use 2 over 7 times 2170, but after that you need to further minus it. Oh, City Kitty, you'll be watching for 3 hours. Okay, but you are very, very hardworking. Yes, Faisal, correct. Then you use the total minus your answer just now. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Now some of you say the answer is 15 1/3 for this question. Are you sure? Most of you who say 15 1/3, I think you have to try again, okay? Let's see. Oh, meow, meow, yes. You gotta try again as well. 13 is not the answer. CT Kitty, your mother forced you to watch all 3 hours. Oh, okay. Hmm. But anyway, it is beneficial for you, okay? Right, let's go through this. You have A, which is a square, B is a rectangle. So they tell you that the length of B is 3 times of its breadth. Find the area of rectangle B. So you notice that one side of the square is the same as the breadth of B. Okay, so this is 2 1/3 meter as well. This is the breadth. So now I'm trying to find the length, right, which is over here, length. User 745, am I teaching P6 math later? Yes, it will still be me. Okay, so y'all will see me for 2 hours today. Okay, so let's find the length. We just need to times 3, okay? So I will use 2 1/3, then I need to times 3. But first, I will use 2 1/3 and change it into improper fraction first. So I change it into 7 over 3. Then I times 3. So usually, we do not use a mixed number to multiply. Usually, okay? Not recommended. Yeah, so anyway, after you times this, you get exactly 7, which is the length. But the question is not asking you for the length, they're asking you for the area. So I need one more step. Do you remember what's the formula for area of a rectangle? What's the formula for area of rectangle? Mil, yes. Yeah, you changed your answer already, right? Okay, so your lambda says length times breadth. Okay, yeah, correct. Length times breadth. So length is 7. Then I'm going to multiply the breadth. So remember your breadth is 7 over 3. So once you multiply, you get 49 over 3, which you change it back into a mixed number. Okay, so after you change it, you get 16 1/3. Yeah, which most of you got correct. So very good. Okay, Muhammad asked a question. Can you give the answer as 49 over 3, Muhammad? Um, no. Okay, so you have to give your answer as a mixed number. Whenever you have an improper fraction, change it to a mixed number. Okay, so your teachers should have mentioned in school regarding this point. Final answer, give it as a mixed number if possible. Okay, so next page onwards is our problem sums, right? So we are at the halfway point. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, okay? So those of you who have watched our TikTok live before, you'll know that midway we have a 5 minutes break. So that is like now, okay? Everybody enjoy your break. Go and you can use the washroom if you need to. Okay, drink some water. And sure, you're only interested in when the break is over. Huh? Yeah, the break will be over at 5:35, 5 minutes. Ma. So anyway, since it's break time, some of you are trying out some app, right? Um, so I see some of you are mentioning in the chat you use some app to type the fraction or something like that. Yeah, okay, so you can go and try it out. Okay, so some of you are saying that the app is quite legit, right? The app works. Okay, so actually I'm quite surprised that it's the March holidays, but there's still 40 something of you who are watching the live. So I guess you all are not on holiday, huh? I thought a lot of you will be going on holiday. Yeah, correct. It's term break, right? Okay. Yeah, yes, you're P6. Oh, okay. So, holidays you must study. I see. I see. Some of you are P6s, okay? So CT Kitty also P6. John also, right? Hmm. Adrian also. Okay. Okay, so a lot of you are P6s, that's why you are so hardworking. Okay. Oh, it's Skylar. Is that primary four? Is it for the TikTok live? Don't have it. Yeah, we only have P5 and P6 for math TikTok live. Four don't have. Okay, shall we continue? Yeah, it's almost end of break, right? We have a few problem sums. I think we have three questions. Yeah. Okay, the first question is fairly easy. Those of you who have the answers ready, you can send it in the chat box. Our first problem sum over here, what do you think the answer is? Say it in the chat. Sure, Asher, are you sure that's the answer? Hmm? Oh, okay, okay. Another 10 more seconds. Please send in your answers in the chat. For user 745, Marian, Catherine, Miao, yes, okay, Asher, Yan Zhang, yeah, okay. You all have the same answer. Anyone else has you want to share your answer for this question? By the way, you can use calculator, right? Because this is considered problem sums already. Right, so Tang and Faiza, okay, yep, you all have the same answer. So for this question, a bag costs 5 times as much as a pouch. Lynette paid a total of $145.60 for 2 bags and 3 pouches. How much is a pouch? So for this question, you can either draw model or you use units. Yeah, so I will just use units. You can allocate 1 unit to the pouch because the pouch is the cheaper item. Then the bag is supposed to be 5 times of that. So the bag will be 5 units. So that you can just calculate 2 bags and 3 pouches will be how many units? 2 bags plus 3 pouches. Okay, so if 1 bag is 5 units, then 2 bags will be 2 times 5 units. And then 1 pouch is 1 unit. So 3 pouches will be 3 times 1 unit. So you should get 13 units in total. Yes, Yin Zhang, you're correct, 13 units. So 13 units will be equals to the $145.60. Then after that, you find 1 unit by dividing by 13. So you can use your calculator for this. You will get $11.20. So that is 1 unit, which is actually the pouch. If the question is asking you for the bag, then you need to times 5. Okay, but they are asking you for the pouch. So you just find 1 unit, then that's the answer. Some of you, if you draw model, you should get the same answer as well. If you draw a model, yours will be your the stacking model. Yep. But what does unit stand for? Unit just stands for like a box. U stands for units. Okay. Right, let's move on to the next one. This question quite easy. Next one is this one. Okay, Noah. Can I see your answers in the chat box first? This question on Noah and remainder. Okay, so this is a remainder concept sort of question. What do you think the answer is? Okay, so yeah, so you can send in your answer for both part A and part B. Yeah. So I'm seeing that most of you got the same answer for part A, okay, but part B, I haven't really seen many of your answers yet. Can you all send in the answers for part B? Okay, yeah. Anybody else wants to send in your answer for part A and part B? Let's go through this. I want to read the question first, huh? Noah spent 3/5 of his salary on rent, and he spent 1/8 of the remaining salary on food. He saves 1/10 of his salary, and he had $825 left. So what fraction of his salary did he spend on food? So we do part A first, okay? Then after that we do part B. Okay, so for this question, the first keyword you should look at is remaining. Okay, remaining. Let me know what is the remainder. What fraction is the remainder? User 745, thanks for the compliment. Fraction is the remainder. What do you think? Okay, so CT Kitty says 2/5. Yeah, correct. Okay, so you will use 1 whole minus 3/5. That's how you get 2/5, which is the remainder. Okay, then after that, how do you find the food? So in this question, they said that he spent 1/8 of the remainder on food. So I'm just going to copy that down first, okay? 1/8 of the remainder. Now in math, when you see the keyword of, what does it mean? What does the keyword of mean? It's minus, times, or divide. Okay, multiply. Yeah, correct. So when you see of, it means multiply. And what is the remainder? The remainder is 2/5, which we already say just now, right? 2/5. Yeah. So I'm going to use 1/8 times 2/5. So that's how you get 1/20 as your answer for part A. Okay, so many of you got the same answer, 1/20. And I'm going to shift this up, shift this. So then, how do we do part B? How much was his salary? So firstly, I'm going to find the fraction that is left. Did you all find what fraction is left? Let me know in the chat box if you did. User 745, yes. Yeah, later P6 math will still be me. Okay, so my question is, what fraction represents what he had left? Let me know in the chat. Catherine, are you sure 110 represents what he had left? Really? The rest of you, do you all find out what fraction represents what is left? Because if you didn't, then unlikely you'll get the question correct. User 745, 2 over 20. Really? Is it 2 over 20? 19 over 20. Really? Okay, okay. So to find out what is left, remember that for fractions question, you always start off with one whole. So I'm going to use one whole, and then I'm going to minus whatever he did with his money, right? Okay, so I'm going to use one whole minus rent, minus what he spent on food, and minus what he actually saved. Okay, so I'm going to minus these fractions accordingly. So you're going to minus 3/5 for the rent. For food, we already say that it is 1 over 20. And then for his savings, it is 1 over 10. Okay, so we can minus this. You want to make the denominator the same, okay? So your denominator, you can change to 20 over 20. So for your second fraction, you need to times 4. That will give you 12 over 20 minus 1 over 20. And then for the savings, you also need to multiply. You need to times 2 for that. So that's 2 over 20. Okay, so after you minus all this, what will you get? Okay, Skibidi says you will get 5 over 20. Do you all agree? You get 5 over 20? Yeah, so Skibidi is correct, right? 5 over 20. 5 over 20. Yeah, so actually 5 over 20, you can further simplify it. I'm going to divide by 5. You get 1 quarter. Okay, so 1 quarter is the fraction that he had left. And then the question also tell you that he has $825 left, right? So it means that this fraction 1 quarter represents the $825. Okay, because this is what he had left, $825. Yeah. Okay, so then you want to find his total salary. So total salary means you want to find one whole, which is 4 over 4. So then you need to times 4. Yeah. So once you times 4, this will give you 3,300, which is the answer. Okay, so Cheyenne and Jeremy got it correct. Yeah, correct. 3,300. So a few who said you got 1,250. Okay, some of you say 4,100 something. I'm not very sure how you got your answer. Hmm. Okay, so anyway, this should be the answer, yeah? $3,300. Okay, so user 745, yes, you can do that also. It's also correct, yeah. So this question a little bit tougher, huh? And we have one more problem sum. Shall we look at it? The next page. Okay, yeah. User 745 units is okay. Yeah. Okay, City Kitty. I wish I could give you bonus bucks for watching the live, but I can't. Okay. Oh, Asher, that's a bit scary though. Okay. Read this question. Scroll down a bit, is it, Jeremy? Sure. Okay, at a concert, 5 over 12 of the people were children. Okay, the rest were adults. So 3/4 of the adults were women. There were 70 men. The cost of an adult ticket was $55, while the cost of a children ticket was 2/5 the cost of an adult ticket. What is the cost of one child ticket, and what was the amount of money collected from the children tickets? Right, so can you all send in your answers for part A? Part A is actually fairly simple. Asher, yes, there is Kahoot at not so early. I think about 6:45 around there. Yeah, correct, for P6. So let's go through this. I'm going to draw arrows for this fraction first, okay? So 2 units goes to the children ticket, and then 5 units goes to the adult ticket. So if you know that the adult ticket is actually worth 5 units, and you know that the adult ticket is $55, then you can use $55 divided by 5, isn't it? Divide by the 5 units, you get $11 per unit. The children ticket is supposed to be worth 2 units, so you got the times 2. And then that's it, that's your answer, $22 for part A. What about part B? Part B is a little bit tougher. Let me know your answers for part B. Faisal, I don't really want to say. Karen, I can't scroll up for you. I'm in the middle of this question. Meow, yes. I think I'm gonna try again. For your part B, user 745. Okay, and Tang, you all have the same answer. Anyone else want to send in your answer? Okay, Mei Yuan also same answer. User 745, Dian Zhang, everybody same answer. Okay, good. Asher also. All right. All right. Okay, so let's go through this. So you need to look at the information that you haven't used yet. So you know that 5/12 of the people were children. I'm going to focus on this. So can you guys tell me what fraction are adults then? If 5/12 of the people are children, then what fraction would the adults be? What fraction would the adults be? Okay, yeah, 7/12 is correct, yes. Okay, so over here, adults, I'm going to put 7/12. Good. Okay, Cheyenne, that's good, 7/12. Okay, then I'm going to focus on the men, okay? If 3/4 of the adults were women, then what fraction of the adults are men? That will be 1/4 of the adults. Okay, so let's repeat that. 3/4 of the adults are women. So 1/4 of the adults would be men. Okay, so like we said just now, when you see the keyword of, it means multiply. And then what fraction do you have for the adults? It's 7/12 over here. So then you can multiply this, you will get 7/48. So 7/48 represents the men. And the question also told you that there's actually 70 men, right? So 7/48 would represent the 70 men. Okay, so we're almost there already. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find 1/48 by dividing by 7. Okay, so that will be 10 people. They only ask you for the children. So your children is what fraction? Your children is 5/12. Okay, so 5/12 is the same as 20/48. You just need to times 4. Okay, so now I want to find the children, which is 20/48. So that will be 200 children. So one last step, they're asking you for the money collected. So if there's 200 children and each child ticket is $22, then you just times 22. Okay, So you will get 4,400 as the answer for part B, which many of you got correct. So that is great. Okay, so this would be your part A, part B answer. Okay, so those of you who mentioned 4,400, yes, you're correct. But in your final answer, because this is problem sum, so please remember to put your dollar sign, yeah, your units. If not, you'll get minus mark, minus half a mark. Okay, so some of you are asking for the question, is it? Sure. Okay, so this is the question. Just now somebody wanted to see the previous question. Was it Karine? Do you need the previous question, question 9? Anybody needs question 9? Oh, Yan Zhang says no. Oh, but I thought just now there was somebody who needed the previous page. Okay, so anyways, this is the answer. Anyway, we have already finished the worksheet. Okay, so now you guys can just rest a bit first. We will start the P6 at 6 o'clock. Yeah? Okay, P6 math starts from 6 o'clock. If you say bye. Oh, Marian, I'm switching over to the P6 worksheet. Yeah. Just now that one was the P5 worksheet, right? So I'm switching to the P6 one. Okay, let me put a sticker here. Okay, so I put the sticker here, okay, for the next timing to watch out for. Okay, so that is 6 o'clock. Then we will start our P6 math. Actually, when you say bye to me, you will still see me for the P6 math. Oh, okay, Asher, because they're coming back at 6:45 for the Kahoot, is it? I see. All right. CBD, I still remember you from quite a few weeks ago. Yeah, slay, right? Slay. Okay, I'll see you all guys. I'll see you all in a bit, okay? I'm just gonna refill my water and all that, okay? So it will still be me later. I'll see you all in a while. See you all. Okay, I'm gonna start, okay? Give me a moment. I need to attach my mic and all that. So now we're gonna do P6 math. I'm just gonna take a look at the chat. Oh, what have you guys been talking about? Nothing much, right? Okay, okay. What do you mean how I teleport? I where got teleport? I never teleport, it's just the background just switch, that's all. You are so funny. I wish I could teleport also, but unfortunately not. Alright, shall we look at the questions here? This one quite simple. I think in our previous few lives we have done similar question also, right? You all should know how to do by now. So let me know your answers for question one. Just a very simple division question. What's the answer? Okay. Yeah, thanks Yan Zhang for sending in the answer. The rest of you, please participate. What should the answer be? I only saw Yan Zhang's answer. Okay, Skibidi, Faisal, Marian, Sandra. All right. Okay, user 745, Cheyenne. Yeah, okay, everybody same answer. Good. So for this one, you will want to cancel away the zeros, okay, for both numbers. So I will cancel away 2 zeros for each of this number. After that, you just need to use 2940 divided by 7. Yeah, so just use long division for this, and then you should get 420. So this is number 4. Number 4 is correct. I think everybody got the first question, which is great. How about the second one? I'm just going to scroll up a little bit. So about 10 to 15 seconds, send in your answers. Today's worksheet will not be too long. For P6, it won't be too long because we got Kahoot, right? Which will take up about 10 minutes. Yeah, so this worksheet will be shorter than the P5 one. Okay, Ken. So I think most of you have already sent in the answer. Question 2 is asking you for the value of 3/4 times 8 over 5. So you do need to cross cancel this first, okay, or it's recommended to cross cancel. Let me zoom in a bit for you guys, okay? So you can see what I'm canceling. So I will cancel the 8 and the 4. So both of these numbers you divide by 4, you get 2 and 1. So after that, you multiply your numerator. That will be 3 times 2, which is 6. And then your denominator is 1 times 5, which is 5. So you realize that you get an improper fraction, but then there isn't an improper fraction, right, in the options. So then you need to change it to a mixed number. Yeah, so what do you guys think the mixed number is? From 6 over 5, change it to a mixed number. What is the answer? Faisal, that is a bit odd indeed. Okay, yeah. So 6 over 5, you will convert it to 1 whole 1/5. Yeah, that's correct. So then you'll see that it is actually option 4. Mm. Okay, so some of you never do cross cancellation. You make the denominator 20. Okay, that means you straight away multiply, right? That's also okay, but you will need one additional step, which is to simplify it after that. Oh, okay. So actually, Skibidi, your answer is correct, just that it takes a little bit longer. But it's still correct, it's fine. Okay, so this is number 4 for your answer. So questions very easy, yeah? Now I'm going to scroll to the next question, question 3. You guys can try this. Question 3, what's your answer? Uh, meow, meow, yes. Okay, can you try again, please? The 10 seconds for whoever wants to send in your answer. So let's go through this. I think most of you did get it correct, which is good. So for this question, you are not starting off with one whole cake, okay? So you actually only have 6 over 7 of a cake. Yeah, you don't have a whole cake. Maybe the first 1 over 7 of the cake is, I don't know what happened to it. Somebody ate it or something. Okay, so anyway, you only have 6 over 7 of a cake. Then what do? You cut it equally into 12 slices. So what fraction of the whole cake is each slice? So over here, when you cut it equally, it means you need to divide. Yeah. So you're going to use the 6 over 7 and then you divide it equally into the 12 slices. So you need to use a certain concept here, right? What is the name of this concept that you use for division of fractions? I'm trying to divide this fraction. What concept do you need to use? You should have learned in school. Oh, Cheyenne says times. Wong say common denominator. Oh, really? There's a name for this, right? You should have learned in school KCF concept. KCF, okay. Keep, change, flip. Yeah, Faisal, keep, change, flip. Okay, so keep means you are supposed to keep your first function the same. Change means the divide change to times. And then flip means at first you got 12 over 1, right? Then you flip it, it becomes 1 over 12. Like that. Okay, so before I multiply this, I will cross cancel because you notice that your 6 and 12 can actually cross cancel into 1 and 2. Yeah, so after you cross cancel, then your numerator is 1, your denominator is 14. So then this is your answer, number 1. Okay, number 1. Hope you saying KFC. Oh, okay. You all want to eat KFC. KFC sounds yummy. You all are making me hungry. Everybody okay with the first page? City Kitty, yeah, I think KFC is not bad. Everybody okay, huh? Yeah, so let's look at the next one, which is a ratio question. So let me know in the chat, Kitty, Kitty, I'm teacher Felicia. Yeah. So it's in the chat box for question 4. This question on ratio. Another 10 seconds for you guys to send in the answer. Okay, Catherine, that's interesting. Hmm? Okay, Faisal and Yan Zhang noted your answers. Okay, Christine noted. Okay, so I'm going to write down I want to read it first. The ratio of the number of white pins to the number of black pins to the number of gray pins is 4 to 5 to 3. So the total number of black and gray pins is 120. How many white pins are there? So for ratio question, first thing you should do is to write out the ratio, okay? You can just use alphabets to represent white, black, and gray, like that. Just write it out. So they said that for black and gray, the total is 120. Okay, so if you look at black and gray, how many units would black and gray be? Okay, so Miao Yes says is 8 units. Okay, yeah, so that's 5 plus 3, which is 8 units. She's correct. He or she is correct. Okay, so 8 units is 120. Yeah, good. So then from there, you want to find 1 unit first, right? 1 unit. What is your 1 unit? Wong's, yes, working is correct. Foodie's luck is P6 math now. P5 math was just now. Okay, Catherine says it's 15. Yeah, that's correct. 15 is correct, Faisal. Then they ask you how many white pins there are. Okay, so white pins, if you look at the ratio, it should be 4 units. So then you just times 4. Okay, so then you get 60 as the answer, which is number 2. Yeah. All of you got it correct, number 2, just now. Yeah, Faisal, 15 times 4 is correct. Okay. Siti, Kitty, you went for the 3-hour math class. Oh, you went for our March webinar program, right? The boot camp, which was taught by teacher Angeline, was it? You went for the boot camp just now? Okay, okay. That's good. Are any of you P5? P5, if you are joining the P5 boot camp, you will see me tomorrow. Okay, I'm teaching the P5 boot camp. I think most of you are P6s here. P5s here? No? All of you are P6s. Okay, so anyway, yeah, we have the next question. Right, so question 5 is on volume. Can you guys try this volume question? This question is not too bad. Just need to be careful when you're counting. When does the P5 bootcamp start tomorrow? In the morning, yeah. 9:30 in the morning. Okay, so yeah, those of you who send in the answers, yeah, very good, is correct. Oh, this question was in today's Kahoot, is it? City Kitty? You mean in the bootcamp? Okay. Right. So the solid below is built using 1 cm cubes. Find the volume of this solid. So you notice that for this solid, there's actually 3 different layers, right? So there's one very big layer at the back. Okay, there's a middle layer, and then there's one layer at the front. So we can count the cubes layer by layer. Wong, what if there's holes behind that? Usually there will be an assumption that there are no holes okay in the in the figure. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna count the ones at the back layer. How many do you think? How many cubes are there in the backmost layer? Do you guys count? How many are there? The backmost layer. Okay, Rose says 18. Yeah, Cheyenne also says 18. Yeah, that's correct. Good. Mm. Yeah, then after that you count the middle layer. The middle layer should be 8, and then your frontmost layer is just 2. After that, all you need to do is to add them together, right? Because they want the total volume of this thing. So that will be 18 plus 8 plus 2. Yeah, so that's how you get 28, which is number 1. Yeah. So take note that you can only do this if it's a 1 cm cube. So if these are 2 cm cubes, then you will need to calculate it differently. Okay? But if it's a 1 cm cube, it's more straightforward. You just need to count. That's all. Right, so we're done with our MCQs. Let's move on to section B. Okay, I'm going to scroll here. This question also very simple, right? It's probably like worth 1 mark only. Let me know your answers. This question is testing you on money. Yeah. Okay, CT, Kitty, you wait a while. I'm gonna let them send in the answers before I say whether it's correct or not. Okay. Good. Let's go through this. Most of you did get it right. Yeah. So James has $10. He spends 85 cents on a pencil and 60 cents on an eraser. How much money does he have left? So I would find out how much he spent in total first on these two things. Okay, now, but please take note for the final answer, they want it in terms of dollars. So the 85 cents and the 60 cents, you should convert it to dollars in terms of dollars, like that. Okay, Meow, yes, yes, the previous question MCQ is 1. Yeah, you're correct. Okay, so I'm gonna convert it into in terms of dollars, then I add it. So this will be $1.45 that he spent. Then you can find out how much he has left. At first, he has $10, right? So you minus what he spent, then you get what's left. So most of you got this correct. This should be $8.55. If you're P6, you should be getting this correct, because you first learn how to do this question, this sort of question in P3. Okay, so you're P6. By now, you should know how to do. Okay, okay Wong's, yes, that is possible in real life. Okay, but I'm sure they will figure it out. Yeah. Should I scroll up a bit? Okay, yeah, let's take a look at the next question. You guys can read this first and then let me know your answer. Read the question and then send your answer in the chat box. Uh, 10 seconds. I'll wait for y'all for 10 seconds. Okay, so good, right? So most of the answers that I'm seeing are correct. For this question, Ellen and Ben spent a sum of money. So there's two-person over here. 60% of the sum of money was spent by Ellen. So Ben spent $480. Find the total sum of money that they spent. Maybe you guys can let me know how many percent represents what Ben spent. You know that Ellen spent 60%, right? So Ben would be how many percent? Okay, Yun Zhang says Ben is 40%. Yeah, Iza also says 40%. That's correct. So you would use 100 minus 60. That's how you get 40% for Ben. So 40%, you can put an arrow. It represents $480. Please take note, do not use the equal sign for percentage. Okay, percentage, make sure you use arrow. Now after that, I'm going to find 10%. So I can find 10% by dividing by 4. Yeah, so you would get 120 for this. Did any of you find 1%? You can possibly also find 1%, okay? You don't have to find 10%. 1% is also okay. Just that you will get a decimal. Will you get a decimal? Let me see. 40%. Oh, you won't get a decimal. Yeah. So it's okay if you find 1%. Anyway, I want to find the total. Okay, so the keyword total means I want to find 100%. Ah, rows, yeah. So rows that value is for 1%. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna times 10 in order to find 100%. So this would give me $1,200. Yeah. Those of you who find 1%, that's fine. It's also okay. So up to your personal preference. Do you want to find 10% or you want to find 1%? Both are correct. You want to calculate in terms of fraction also can. Okay, so for math, there's multiple ways you can solve the question. Right, let's do one more question. Okay, then we have our 5 minutes break. Okay, so we will just finish up this question on Isaac. Okay, Isaac and his buttons. Okay, read the question and let me know your answer. Have 10 seconds to send in your answer. I think most of you are done sending in your answers. So for this, Isaac has 455 buttons. 2/5 of the buttons are yellow and the rest are red. How many red buttons does he have? So for this, you can either just straight away multiply the fraction. Okay, you can use multiplication of fraction or you can use units. I prefer to use units. Based on this, the denominator is 5, right? So this means that he has 5 units in total. So 5 units would be the 455 buttons. Of course, you find 1 unit by dividing by 5. 1 unit is 91. So then how many units do you want to find next? Okay, so Rose says she wants to times 3. Okay, so Rose wants to find 3 units because they want the red buttons. Yeah, okay, so she is correct. Because 2 units over here is the yellow buttons. So that means that your red buttons is actually 3 units. So you should be finding 3 units. Okay, so anyway, you find 3 units. Yeah, so just times 3. This is 273 as the answer. Faisal says, okay, Faisal did the fraction method. Yeah, Okay, so if you use the fraction method, then it will look something like this. You will use 3/5 times 455. Then you get the same answer. Okay, so up to you. You want to use units or you want to use fraction multiplication method? Okay, this one is like a personal preference sort of thing. Okay, so I think now is a good time to have our break. Okay, our 5 minutes break. Those of you who want to participate in the Kahoot, make sure you stay till the end. Kahoot, I think will be around 6:45, around there. Okay, 6:45 to 6:50. Yeah. Yes, user 745, you should go and change your earring since it's so painful. Yeah. Marian, I didn't know that because the name Marian is a girl's name, but it might be your mother's name, right? I did not know that you're a boy. I mean, because sometimes you all use your TikTok account. I mean, it's not your own TikTok account, right? Sometimes you use your parents' TikTok account. So I wouldn't know. Yeah, unless you tell me. Yeah. So everybody just take a break, okay? To chat, okay? Chat with each other. Yeah. You guys can just chit chat first. WL, good to see you. Left for half an hour only, then you join in. But it's okay. Thanks for joining still, okay, and saying hi. So we'll start in about, I think, 2 more minutes. Yeah. Star emoji, yes, we are doing P6 now. Yeah. But now it's break time. Oh, okay. WL, they removed their comment, is it? But I still can see your comment though. Shani, just 1 more minute, then we will continue. Yeah. Shall we continue? Yeah. Question 9. Okay. Yeah. Question 9. Rachel had $16 at first. After Kieran gave $8 to her, then Kieran had thrice as much money as Rachel. So how much money did Kieran have at first? What do you guys think the first step is for this question? What do you do for your first step? Okay, so Rose, you're sending me the final answer, right? Okay, Mew, yes, also the final answer. Okay, Biggie Bigs, I think you need another step to get the final answer. Okay, yes. All right, that's the final answer. Yeah, so for this one, Rachel had $16 at first, right? Then she was given $8. So your first step should be 16 plus 8. So this means that there's actually $24. Okay, so this is for Rachel in the end. Okay, Rachel has $24 in the end. And Kieran is supposed to have thrice. So this keyword thrice means 3 times. So you would use 3 times 24. You should get $72. This is for Kieran in the end. Now, however, this is not what the question wants, right? So the question actually wants Kieran at first. They don't want what Kieran had in the end. So what must you do in order to find what Kieran has at first? One more step. What do you think the last step is? Let me know in the chat. Okay. So Rose says you should plus 8. Okay. Yan Zhang also says you should add. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Kieran has $72, but it's after he gave away $8. So this $8 actually belongs to him, not Rachel. So this $8 belongs to Kieran at first. So that's why the answer should be $80. This is Kieran at first. For this question, I think most of you find it okay. Yeah, you all got the answer, right? This question. Let's move on to the next page. Yeah, this one. Let me know your answer. Question is about buying cakes and tarts. So there's a two-person here, right? Mrs. Lee paid $40.50 for one cake and 6 tarts. And then Mrs. Tan paid $25.50 for one cake and 2 tarts. So you're supposed to find out how much one cake cost. So let me know your answers in the chat. Marian and Meow, yes. Okay. Can noted your answer. WL, okay, noted. The rest of you, please also participate. right? Yan Zhang, okay, can. Oh, some of you are doing it on the spot. Is it? Okay. All right, Catherine, noted. Yeah, so I'm gonna write down the information first. So this is one cake plus six tarts equals to 40/50. One cake plus two tarts equals to 25/50. So I have not done any calculation yet. I'm just writing down the information using alphabets. Okay, then you notice that you can actually minus them, right? You have the bigger equation on top. You can minus the smaller equation below. So once you minus, then that will be 6 minus 2, you get 4 tarts. So 4 tarts is 40/50 minus 25/50. Yeah, this is $15. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find 2 tarts next by dividing by 2. So how come I want to find 2 tarts? Because you notice that in your equation, they did mention 2 tarts. Yeah. So once I know that 2 tarts is actually 750, then you are able to find one cake. You are able to find this one cake, by using 25/50 minus 750. Okay, so you should be focusing on the second equation. 25/50 minus 750. Yeah, so that's how you get $18 as the answer, which most of you did get correct. Yeah, so which is great. We have one last page, which is our problem sums. Okay, so let's quickly finish up our problem sums, then we can have our Kahoot. Okay, so let's see. For this problem sums, we have a rectangular tank with a square base. Is 6/7 filled with water? Find the volume of water in the tank. Give your answer in liters. Okay, so firstly, let me know in the chat, what does square base mean? What does this keyword square base mean? Okay, 人号 says base area. Okay, base area. To be a bit more specific. What else does it mean? Okay, CD Kitty, later I will scroll back for you for the previous question. Okay, no worries. Yeah. So square base means that the length and the breadth are equal. That's what it means. It means that your length is 49 and the breadth is also 49. Okay, yes, Catherine, that's correct. Then over here, your height is 70 cm. So remember, the formula for volume is length times breadth times height. So I will use 49, which is the length, times 49, that's the breadth, and then you times 70, which is the height. However, this tank is not full, right? It is only 6/7 filled. So you can just times 6/7. You put this into your calculator, you should get 144,060. But please take note, this is in terms of cm cube. But the answer wants it in liters. So in order to change it to liters, you need to divide by 1000. Okay, so that's your final answer, 144.06 liters. So if you left your answer in cm cube, then can't get the full marks, okay? Because the question did state they want it in liters. Yeah, but I think this question is quite simple for most of you. I see that most of you got it correct, right? Faisal, WL, Cheyenne. Okay, so yeah, most of you got it correct. Yeah. But you still copying this? Not done, is it? Okay. Oh, Yan Zhang, what do you mean? You mean you're not copying this, right? Okay, so let's look at our last question here. Harry had 5 kg of nuts. He packed the nuts into bags. Each bag contains 2/3 kg of nuts. What was the greatest number of bags that he could fill? And find the mass of the nuts left unpacked. This question is very common, so I'm going to put like 2 stars over here. Very, very common question. So first thing we notice is that 5 kg is the total. And then what did he do? He packed it. So the keyword pack most of the time means divide. So we will use the total, then we divide it by 2/3 kg. Okay. So when you're dividing the fraction, you do need to use KCF, okay? But since this is problem sums, you can just use your calculator, right? So if you use your calculator, you will get 15 over 2, which you change it into a mixed number, it's actually 7.5. Yeah. Okay, so what does this 7.5 represent? It means that he managed to get 7 bags that are full bags. And then he has half a bag, okay, that is not full. Okay, that means he doesn't have enough to pack the other one. All right. For part A, the maximum is 7 bags. You can only pack 7 bags. What do you guys think the answer for part B should be? Find the mass of the nuts left unpacked, okay, or just left over. The answers in the chat box. What's the answer for part B? Okay. So far, most of you are saying 1/3. Okay, so those of you who say 1/3, very good. It means you didn't get tricked. Okay, because what is left over is half a bag. So the common mistake here is some of you will just put a half as the answer for part B, but that's not correct because what he has left over is half a bag. So you need to use half times the mass of one bag. And you know that one bag is actually 2/3 kg. So you need this additional step in order to get 1/3 kg. So that is the actual mass that is left over. All right. So please take note of this common mistake. Yeah, okay, so let me see. User 745, Ren Hao, Rose, yeah, all correct. Yan Zhang also, Cheyenne also, good. There was somebody who needed the previous page, was it? Let me see. What was it? Anybody needed the previous page? Oh, okay, CT Kitty, right? So actually, we're already done with all the questions. So you guys can prepare for the Kahoot. But let me just scroll up for CT Kitty to copy. There was this one question, right? Kitty, are you there? You needed to copy which question? I'm not very sure which question you were copying. Okay, anyway, you let me know if you want to copy. Is this question. Okay, so I'll just leave it here for 30 seconds and then we will do our Kahoot. Okay, so you can share with your friends if you want to that we're gonna start the Kahoot now if they want to participate. You can feel free to join us. Oh, okay, CT Kitty, you're done copying, huh? All right. Let us switch our screens to Kahoot. Okay, by the way, today's Kahoot is a bit different. It's not just normal math questions. it is your knowledge. Okay, so it's your knowledge about math. Yeah, it could be more general sort of questions. So let's see whether you guys find this more fun or not. This is a general knowledge about math sort of Kahoot. CT Kitty, it will definitely not be the same as the Kahoot in the bootcamp. Yeah. All right, everybody, please join in. The code is over there on the screen. 6673780. Yeah. Okay, I will scroll down a bit so that you guys can see. The code is there, okay? 673780. Thank you, WL, for sending it in the chat. I appreciate that. Okay, Rose, thanks for sending it as well. Okay, Moonlight can't play, you're outside. Oh, okay, okay. Can I just give you all one minute to join in? Oh, user 745, you're Cindy. Okay, yeah, I think I saw your username. Anyone else needs more time to join in? Does anyone need more time? If not, I'm going to start. Oh, Mayuan. Okay, don't worry, Mayuan, I'll wait for you. Also, please make sure that you are not disconnected, okay? Because I saw some of you left the Kahoot. Sometimes it will disconnect if your internet connection is not too great. Anyone else needs more time to join in? If not, I will begin. Anyone else? Nobody? Okay, I'm gonna start. Huh? I'm gonna start. All right. So like I said, today's theme is math trivia. I will not ask you to solve math questions, okay? So how much do you actually know about math? Okay, let's find out. When is World Pi Day? Are you sure you want to tell everybody the answer? Okay. World Pi Day is on March 14. Why? Because pi is 3.14, right? So 3 stands for March, then 3.14, so 14. Okay. Good job to those of you who got it right. Next. Telling people the answer in the chat. Okay, so century means 100 years. All right, a century. Next. True or false? This is true. The perimeter of a full circle is also known as its circumference. That is true. Okay, you got this right. Yeah, so how do you get this pattern? You add the two numbers together. So for example, 0 plus 1 gives you the next number 1, right? And then 1 plus 1 gives you the next number 2. Previous pattern has a name, is known as the Fibonacci sequence. Is this true or false? What do you guys think? Ah, okay. This is true. Okay, so the previous pattern is called a Fibonacci sequence. Chelsea, I don't think you can still join in. We are almost done with the Kahoot already. Okay, most of you got this right, which is not a square number, it's 38. Yeah, so what are square numbers? Square numbers means you, for example, 9 is a square number because 3 times 3 gives you 9, or 25 is a square number because 5 times 5 gives you 25. Okay, so these are square numbers. One last question. Okay, most of you got this right. A quadrillion has the greatest value. Yeah. Okay, so let's see who's on the podium. Skibidi Sigma is third. Okay, Walrus is second. Who's first? Meow, yes. Okay, good. Okay, runners up. Okay, we have WL and type. Okay, thanks guys for joining in. All right, so the winners on the podium, please do a screenshot. Okay, screenshot so that you can send it DM us on TikTok to claim your prize. Okay, make sure the winners on the podium, you have to screenshot and send it to us on TikTok. Okay, in order to claim your prize. Ah, CT Kitty, you didn't know about the Fibonacci question. It's okay, now you know, okay? It's a general knowledge. Now you know, okay? Okay, so the winners have your screenshot already? Ah, WL, you're fifth, is it? Yeah, you're quite close, yeah. Okay, so if the winners, if you don't want to DM us on TikTok, you can also WhatsApp it. Let me see. Yeah, WhatsApp it to this number over there on the sticker. Okay, WhatsApp us. That's also okay. Either DM us on TikTok or WhatsApp us at this number. Okay, so many of you actually did very well. You only got one wrong. Okay. And some of you, you're just competing in terms of the speed, how fast you are in answering the question. Yeah. Okay, but I hope you all found it fun. Okay, instead of always just answering math questions, asking you to solve this, solve that. Okay, this one is a bit more general knowledge. Do you guys like this sort of TikTok Kahoot? Oh, Meow says 10 times more fun. Okay. Skibidi says yes, more fun. More fun than solving math questions, is it? Okay. Faisal also says it's more fun. All right. Okay. Thanks for all your feedback. I will try to make more of such Kahoots. Okay, I will try. Oh, Marion doesn't like. It's more unique, is it? Ren houses is more unique. Okay, then we can have a mixture. Okay, sometimes we do math questions, sometimes we do this type of more general sort of question. Yeah. Is it now science? Yes, it is. Okay. So, wait, sorry. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be science now, P6 science. Okay, so please wait for teacher Jody to come in and take over. Okay, so I will see you all 2 weeks from now. All right, next week don't have, okay? Next week don't have math. I will see you all 2 weeks later. No, Renhao science is another teacher. Teacher Jody will come in shortly. Okay, bye bye, see you all. Enjoy the science TikTok. Okay, bye bye.
Can you hear me? Yeah, very good. Thank you. Let me change first, okay? Thank you. Just won the Kahoot. Ah, congratulations. That's good. Hi, Corella. This first. Hi. Starting soon, okay? Okay, you give me a moment, huh? Wow, that's very good. You managed to revise all the science papers from the boot camp. That is very good. Okay, I can share my screen now. You can see? And hello. So you're really, those of you that are from the boot camp, you all really came, you really joined at 5. Oh, I teach at Yishun. I don't teach P6 at Yishun. I only teach online class for P6. Yeah, on Thursdays, every Thursdays. Hi. Okay, I'm going to start first, okay? Okay, because it's 7:02 already. Oh, that's good. Okay, everybody. All right, let's start. Okay, so let's look at this first question over here. I show you the top part first, okay, because you get blocked. All right. So this first question. Oh, that's good. They said that if you know the answers, please share it with me through the chat. Okay, okay. You know this one? Okay, so this one, all right. For pupils saw an organism in science, always highlight the key things. Okay, so what happened if she saw an organism in the zoo? She identified it, the person identified it as a mammal. Okay, so mammal. Let me. Okay, so for mammal, that's good. Hello. Yes, mixed. Now it's mixed topic. It's like a revision. Okay, because some schools, their WA actually test on like all the mixed topics. Okay, okay. So for mammals, all right. So they said that all four pupils made statements about the organism they saw. Okay, so let's highlight the important, unique characteristics. So when it comes to all these organisms, okay, how do I know whether an organism is whether it's an amphibian, whether it's a bird, whether whatsoever? Yeah, it's a mixed topic question today. That's why it's semester one practice. Okay, so yes. So over here, what happened is for mammal, or when you want to find out a particular group of organisms, always look out for its unique characteristics. Okay, all right. And the unique characteristics, let's highlight them out. Okay, it would be hair on the body. Okay, and produces milk. That's all. Okay, is breathing through lungs considered unique only for mammals? What do you think? What do you think? Is breathing through lungs considered a unique characteristics for mammal? Yay! Yes, very good, Christine. All right, so no, it is not, right? Because birds also breathe through their lungs, reptiles as well. Okay, so very good. So the correct answer is supposed to be what? Look at the options. Very good. Thank you for all your answers. So what is the correct answer? Look at the options. Eh, oh, unique. Why got three? Okay, why got four? Sorry, why got four? Three and four, I've seen three and four, but the correct answer is three. Okay, why not four? Is because having four legs is not unique. We are mammals, right? But we don't have four legs. Okay, so same thing, breathing through lungs is not unique. So only Sammy and Mimi can, their statements can conclude that it was a mammal. Okay, can? Everybody very good. Wow. Hey, some of you still choose four. So you see, it's good that we go through all your lower your P3, P4 topics as well. Okay? So everyone okay? You have four legs. Maybe because your name is CT Kitty. Cat's got four legs. Okay. So everybody, I'm gonna move on. Are you all okay? Okay. And okay, this one I'm very hopefully no questions for this, okay? So now, what about your cells topic? Question two. Okay, so for question two, they said that the diagram shows a plant cell, and they are asking which two parts can be found in animal cells. Okay, can you all tell me what is part P first? It's always a good habit to identify what are the various parts. So what do you all think is part P? No Kahoot, no break. Only 1 hour, so no Kahoot, no break. Yes, we have. Oh, that's not called four legs. Okay, so part P, very good. A lot of you got it correct. Part P is we call it chloroplast. Very good. What about Q? See whether you remember your topics on cells. Q? Does anyone know what is Q? Look at where it's pointing. Okay, I zoom in. Look at the line. Okay, I zoom in. Q is this one. R is this one. So which one is Q? I draw the line for you. So which Q is? Very good. Cell wall. Okay, I zoom out already, okay? And R is our, what is R pointing to? Okay, always take note that as if it's pointing to the inner layer, it is the, no problem, it's okay. Cell membrane, very good. Inner layer, we call it the cell membrane. Outer layer, we call it the cell wall. Okay, and for S, do you all know what is S? Very good, all of you. Shine, CT Kitty, Chantel, Stitch, Yan Zhang, very good. What about S? Do you all know what is S? What is part S? Do you all know? Any idea? Oh, I can't got silence all of a sudden. Okay, so part S, don't know why suddenly got silence. Okay, yes, cytoplasm. Okay, very good, Shine. All right, so it is our cytoplasm. Suddenly I asked about S, everyone was quiet. What is happening? Okay, so now based on this, there are only two parts that is definitely in animal cells. Okay, so can you all tell me what's the answer? 1, 2, 3, or 4? What do you all think? Wait for a while for the answers to pop in. A lot of you said that it is number 4, and you are all correct. Very good. The answer is 4. Good. How come got 1? Everybody must remember, okay? Chloroplast and cell wall are mainly in plant cell. Animal cell is cell membrane and cytoplasm. All right. Okay, everyone good? Oh, thank you, Stitch. Is it? Yeah, Stitch. All right, so let's move on to question 3, okay? So for question 3, how come? How come what? How come? Because cell wall is for plant cell, because plants doesn't have skeleton, right? So cell wall's function is actually to give the cell its shape. So how come cells have this particular, how come the plant has this particular shape? How can it get stem? How come the stem can grow upwards? It's not like jelly. It's because of the cell wall. Because plants don't have skeleton, they need to have the cell wall in their cells to support them. Okay, for humans, we don't need cell wall, right? We already have skeleton to give us our shape. That's one way to remember it. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to 3. Do you know? Okay, so let's look at question 3. They say that plant Q grows by wrapping itself tightly around other plants. Okay, so a gardener, okay, what happened here is it cut the stem at X. All right, and after some time, the part above X was dead. Okay, so when did, why not raining? Oh no. Oh, then you will have a fixed shape, but that will never happen. Okay, everyone, all right? So over here, okay, so can it, if it's dead, means what happens? Means that is lacking of something, right? It's not enough of certain things. So for this, when it's dead, it means that it's lack of a condition. Something is lacking. Something the plant doesn't have, that's why it died, right? So what happened is that very prestige. Okay, so when you cut the stem at X, okay, and take note that you can see that this is a what? The stem is actually quite weak. Okay, so this plant Q, we know that it has a weak stem because it need to wrap itself tightly. Okay, and so if I cut the stem, what will be the likely reason for plant Q to die? Is because stem, the very lack of, okay, but that's not the main reason actually. The main thing is because it cut the stem, right? The function of the stem is being affected. Okay? I always look different. I look very different. Oh, I think because I always look different every life. Are you sure? Maybe certain days I look more tired. Then you can see my the bags at the bottom, the eye bags. Okay, so over here, what is the most likely reason for it to die is actually because when the function that is affected is that it cannot transport anymore. The function is affected is actually about transporting. Okay, so the answer, very good. I've seen a lot of you sending in your answers to me. Okay, just now, and it's number. All of you are great. Most of you are sending your answers. You got it correct. Yes, the correct answer is three. Okay, so why? Okay, it's not about lack of food. Why is because the leaves are not affected. Let me write this one down. Okay, leaves are not affected. So it actually still can make food, all right, if there is water. Okay. The focus here is about the function of the stem. All right. Lack of sunlight, also no, because it still have the leaves, right? The leaves are still here. There is still sunlight. The sunlight didn't disappear. When they say lack of, right, means not enough. Not enough sunlight. No, there isn't. The sunlight is still there. The sunlight is there throughout. Okay, the sun is there throughout in the day. So no. All right. And number four is wrong also because the leaves are not affected. It's not that it didn't receive carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide is taken in by the leaves. There are carbon dioxide all around the plant. Okay, so it's because it didn't receive water because transport is affected. During the webinar that I wear the headphones during the lesson. For live, we don't wear headphones because we got the speaker here. Is everyone live? Any questions so far to this? Any questions? No? Do ASMR? What kind of ASMR you want me to do? I don't think you want me to make any funny sounds. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's look at question four. Okay, okay, over here, time went on a roller coaster ride with his friends. Okay, so what happened is certain points of the roller coaster has been labeled. I think it's supposed to be called team, but so I think there's a typo here. Okay, has been labeled as A, B, C, and D. So which of the following 4 points is or are correct? Why? If I use the headphone, it looks like I look like a gamer, is it? Okay, sleeping. That's a bit strange. You want to hear me snore? Okay. Although I don't, but okay, so everyone, all right, let's focus on question four. Okay, so over here, which of the following about the 4 points is or are correct? A says that, okay, you must understand the question carefully, okay? It says that there is a greater kinetic energy at point B than at C. Now, let's identify first. Where do you all think has the greatest? Let me start with gravitational potential energy first. Do you all know? Where is the greatest amount of gravitational potential energy? Point A, point B, point C, or point D? What do you all think? Hmm? A and C, okay, A and C is roughly around the same height, right? But actually, in order for the track, the roller coaster to complete its course, C should be slightly lower, okay, so there's enough energy for it to clear C. Okay, but let me just write down that both has high gravitational potential energy. Very good. A lot of you sending in the correct answer. Okay, so high GPE means what? If the gravitational potential energy is high, means that what should happen to kinetic energy? High or low? I'll give you a clue. They are opposite. Gravitational potential energy is the opposite of kinetic energy. So very good, Brian and Miois. So kinetic energy is actually low. Okay, but can you identify which one has the highest amount of kinetic energy? What do you think? D, are you sure? Don't get tricked. Remember, okay, everybody, don't get tricked for this question. Remember, when you go down, okay, wait, so over here, right, what happened is kinetic energy, D or A? I've seen a lot of mixed answers. Okay, everybody, let's look at the options, then we answer, okay? A says that there's a greater kinetic energy at point B than at point C. Okay, so take note that this is actually true or false. True, right? Kinetic energy is high here. I don't like highest, okay, but we know that it's high. Okay, so this is actually true. I circle this. Okay, what about B? Okay, let me tell y'all, okay, the correct answer, y'all can send in the what answer you think is correct first. Then I tell you the correct answer that I explain. The correct answer, y'all send in first. What do y'all think? Hey, the correct, very good. Those of you who send in to me, thank you. It is 4. Okay, but let me explain why is it 4, okay? Option B says that there's a greater potential energy at D than B. It's not true. Why? Because if you were to compare their height, D is at a lowest height, so it should have the least gravitational potential energy. Okay? Alright, so D not greater. Definitely not. All right, and for C, kinetic energy is the highest at point D. This is true because it's at the lowest point. Okay, and for D, roller coaster has more potential energy at A than D. That's definitely true. Look at the potential energy high GPE, and the least GPE. Okay, so your answer for this is supposed to be number 4. Very good. Thank you, user. Thank you, Inzang, and so on. This is not secondary. This is primary 6. No, it's over there. 6. Can everyone again? All right. What green party? What are you talking about a shop all of a sudden? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay. Question 5. No Kahoot today for science. Just now the Kahoot just over only. It's math. Math had Kahoot. Okay, so for question 5, okay, this farmer grew young plants, okay, far apart from one another. All right, so take note of the key things. Far apart. Okay, so why? You can type in if you know. This is a very standard answer. Why must the plants be far away from each other? You know two keywords. You just key in the two important keywords to say for this type of question. Do you know? Yeah, it's very good. It is very good. Prevent overcrowding. And Shane, continue. Prevent overcrowding and one more. Work together. Okay, in science, right, never use the word like if this happens. Answer the question directly. Okay, so is why must go far apart to reduce or prevent certain things. Very good. Thank you, Steve. To reduce overcrowding and competition for 4 things. A lot of you only mentioned 3 things, but it's supposed to be 4 things. What are the 4 things? Light, fight cannot. Cannot say fight. Okay, so what are the 4 things? Light. Any more? Oh, it's okay, capybara lover. Water. They don't need to compete for air. Air is all around them. They don't need to be fighting with each other for air. So, but their roots need to fight for water and minerals. Their leaves. Okay, so when they are too close to each other, right, their leaves might block each other. All right, so they have to fight for light and space. Very good. It's okay, it's okay. All right, so everybody, so 4 things. Okay, light, water, space, and minerals. Okay, so I'm going to write this one down. Remember the keywords for this question. So for this question, you need to describe about overcrowding, okay, and the science concept, okay, competition. Okay, competition for 4 things. All right, so very good. Thank you, Shane. All right, I'm going to write this one down. So the first part is to reduce overcrowding, and reduce competition for light, water, space, and minerals. ABC. Yeah, so everybody, so please remember when you want to plant the plants far apart, okay, I'm gonna highlight the key things here. Remember the word overcrowding, reduce competition for these four substances or things, okay? Everybody again? Yay! Oh, thank you for liking the live capybara. Okay, so let's move on, all right? So the next one. Okay, thank you, Yinsang. All right, so for this, it says that a farmer had two different seeds, P and Q. Okay, so two different seeds. He placed the fan at the side to ensure that the fan speed is the same. He released the seeds from the same height as shown in the diagram below. So always remember, in an experiment, identify what are your variables. Okay, the most important two variables I need to find is a change that measured variable. Okay, do you all know what is my change variable here? Anyone what's my change variable? Why you're so quiet today? Today lesser, everyone go holiday. Are you going for holidays? Are you going overseas? Oh yes, very good, Kitty Kitty. Okay, it is different seeds, right? So these would be my changed variable. Okay, then what would be my measured variable? No, don't worry, after PSLE, if you're P6 after PSLE, most likely your parents will bring you out. Okay, so next thing you need to find out is your measured variable. If you carry on reading, it says that he recorded the time taken for each seed to reach the ground in the table below. So what's my measured variable here? All the best for the WA2, okay, each. Very good time taken, Catherine. Good. So time taken would be my measured variable. Very good. Okay, so what is the question asking us for? Let's look at question B, okay? Based on the information given above, what can be concluded about the seeds Q's method of dispersal? Very good. Thank you, Shine. Do you have any idea? Concluded means something that is shown, something that you can find out from the results. Okay, so what do you think? What is the method of dispersal is actually CQ, the time taken for it to reach the ground. Okay, hello, answer, concentrate on the question, please. So everybody, what's the method of seed dispersal here? Okay, so you must know that you notice that, right? It actually took the longest time to reach the ground, right? Longest time to reach the ground means what? Means that it float in the air longer. Float in the air longer. So if it float in the air longer, what does it mean? It means that it is dispersed by wind. Very no, not about the mass. Not about the mass, okay? If it can stay in the air for a longer period of time when the wind speed is the same, it tells me that it is dispersed by wind. Very good. So because they say method of dispersal, so when they say method of dispersal, you just have to choose. Is it wind? Is it water? Is it animal? All right, or is it by explosive action? Okay, so for this, we know that seed Q is dispersed by wind. That's all, and that it will give you 1 mark. Okay, because don't need to explain. They never call you to explain. Okay, So the main thing is, as long as you mention dispersed by wind, you will get your marks. Yes, very good, Avis. Thank you, Yanjiang. Okay, okay. I'm gonna move on. Okay? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Please concentrate. So let's look at question 6. Question 6. What do you think? You wrote Q is dispersed by wind. Can. You can say that as well. Q is dispersed by wind is fine. So fast, your answer. Question 6. I'll give you all some time. Where should we answer? Wow, suddenly everybody answer. City observe a block of ice. Good. You, as long as you remember this, changing into water. Ice changing into water. Yes, City Kitty. My name. Oh, my name is Teacher Jody. Very good, everybody. Change to water. Name the process observed by City. So it's solid to liquid. So it is melting. Very good. Thank you for all your answers. Very good. So funny, you City Kitty. No, I'm not the boss. It's not owned by me, so cannot put my alphabet inside. Okay, everyone, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna move on. No, cannot be evaporation. Why cannot? Is because you look here, they already said that ice change to water, solid to liquid. Evaporation will occur only when it's only at the water. So if he observe, like let's say if the question says, City observe the water getting lesser. When the water gets lesser, that is because of evaporation. Okay? But for this, although evaporation occur, right? But they never tell you that is the thing that City focused on. That's not, they never tell you that's the thing that City observed. So they only tell you that City observed a block of ice changing to water. Okay, okay? So the one must put melting based on what she observed. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Alright. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. So what is that? Okay, so let's look at City placed a block of ice. Next one, okay? City placed blocks of ice in a thick plastic box as shown below. She placed bottles of drinks into a plastic box and brought the box with her on a jog. All right, so basically, they're asking you to explain how the box prevents ice from changing to water quickly. The key thing is quickly. He wants to prevent ice from changing to water quickly. So can you tell me, in order for ice to change to very good user 75 so long, 745 something something. Okay, so in order for the ice to change into water quickly, means what? Means that it need to gain or lose heat. In order for ice to become water, it's supposed to gain. Very good. It's supposed to gain heat, right? But if I want to prevent it from gaining heat quickly, means the box actually helps to gain heat slowly. Okay? Slowly. The moment you know that it's slowly, it is a what conductor of heat? Very good. Nut milk. Yes, Chantel. Yes, I've seen a lot of you mention that because it is plastic is a shine. I know you are thinking that there are air in between the ice, right? Okay, but the main thing they want to focus here is actually the plastic box. You see, they keep repeating how the box. I circle the word box here. How the box prevents. So you focus about the box, okay? So not about the air inside the box. All right. So you must say that no problem, Shaheen. Okay, so is the thing is the box is made out of plastic. So plastic is a poor conductor of heat. Very good. A lot of you got it correct. You mentioned that plastic is a poor conductor of heat. So what happened to ice? You cannot just say plastic is a poor conductor of heat, the end. Cannot. You will not get your full marks because this is an explanation question. So you need to describe. Okay, let me write down, okay, what you need to say. Explanation question, you need to describe First step, the material of the box. Plastic is a poor conductor of heat. Second step, your science concept, you need to talk about how how fast or how slow, okay, the ice change to water. So you must talk about gain heat slowly, okay, so it will melt slowly as well. Okay, okay? All right. So I'm gonna write this one down. Yes, not milk. But you need to say about melting also. Okay, because change to water must talk about melting. So you need to write down that plastic is a poor conductor of heat. So this is your describe. Okay, then your blue color is your science concept. So the ice will gain heat from the surroundings slowly and melt slowly. Childhood today. Oh, Ace. You, One Piece. But Ace already in One Piece already died already. Okay, I'm gonna highlight the key thing. Alright, so plastic is a poor conductor of heat. Ice must mention gain heat slowly and melt slowly. Okay, and that's how you explain how the box help. Okay? Why do you say Ace donut? You need to go shower now. Now, not donut. Ace is the yeah, why got donut? Okay, everyone clear? Any questions so far? No, I put the donut to his name, capybara lover. Okay, so because of the D, Portugal's D Ace, you are. Okay, let's move on. No questions? Very good. Okay, now, next one. After a 30 minutes jog, City, oh, look over here. Okay, I highlight the key things. Splashed some water from the box onto her face to cool her face down. Okay, so when a strong wind blew, City's face felt even cooler. So we need to explain why City's face felt cooler when a strong wind blew. Everybody, can you tell me if your face is cooler? Means what? Oh, meowies, I see. Meowies, but you must when you want to say a poor conductor of heat, allowing less heat, you try to say which conduct heat from where to where slower. Or you have to say that the drink, or sorry, or you can say that the drink uh, gain heat or lose heat fast or slow. Must always compare, okay, from where to where. All right, so everyone, okay, so for this one, okay, a lot of you say what? Mm, oh, okay, you mentioned that strong wind blew, right? Must use comparison words, user. So everybody, you all must understand. You got the idea there, but you have to use comparison words because of the comparison words cooler here. Why this face felt cooler? So you must tell me. Can you remember? Oh no, you're lagging, capybara. Okay, everybody, can you remember what are the three factors affecting rate of evaporation? What are the three factors affecting rate of evaporation? Can you remember? Three factors. Three. Because different subject, because we got P5 math, P6 math, and P6 science. So 1 hour each. Now, very good, a lot of you. Good. Surface area, exposed surface area, wind, and temperature. Okay, everybody must remember these what? Water evaporates, right? Water is wet. Okay? W for wind, E for exposed surface area, T for temperature. Okay, can? All right, so a lot of you sent in that it felt cooler when strong wind blew because don't talk about convection. Convection is not tested in PSLE, okay? You write about convection, you won't get additional marks. And if you write wrongly, you explain about convection wrongly, you will lose marks instead. So to be safe, don't write that down, okay? All right, so just have to say that wind increases the rate of evaporation. That's the first thing you need to say. All right, so for this, you need to describe. I write down the keywords, okay? Describe about wind. Okay, must mention that it increases rate of evaporation. Okay, so what happens? Can you explain? Oh, you have to explain properly. So what happens then when it increases rate of evaporation? Do you have any idea? Any idea not? What is convection? Wow, convection is there. Well, the one is, I think even secondary school sometimes you don't learn it. Okay, so basically convection is where heat is transferred, okay, in like how I need to summarize this for you. Let me try to summarize this as short as possible. It moves through, like when it moves through air, it moves through liquid. Okay, then when hotter parts goes up, colder parts goes down, and it's like a cycle. Okay, so that is actually convection current. Okay, but the one you the one you did okay, so not tested in PSLE, don't worry. Okay, can? All right. So over here, okay, next thing you need to say is actually science concept. All right, whereby you must tell me about heat. Hey, heat. You must tell me why her face felt cooler. Because the water on her face, you must be specific, okay? Water on her face gain heat from her face faster because of the faster evaporation, right? So then it will evaporate faster, all right, into water vapor. But everybody, when you want to explain about cooler, you must explain about loose heat, about the face losing heat. You must click on and say that this causes her face to lose heat to the water faster and be cooler faster. So if you never mention about the face losing heat, you will lose marks. Okay? So everybody must talk about heat and process. Okay, Ken? You're very funny. All of you. Concentrate, okay? Okay, so everybody, okay, so understand, okay, for this kind of question, especially when they ask you, how did a person feel, why did a person feel cooler? You have to mention loose heat. You have to mention that particular object or the particular thing loose heat as well. All right, so please be very careful. So I'm going to write down the correct answer. You need to say that as wind increases the rate of evaporation. We do evaporation first. The water on her face gain heat from her face. You must mention that is the heat is from her face faster and evaporated faster into more water vapor. Then the next mark come from these causes her face to lose heat to the water. So the water gain heat from her face, the face lose heat to the water. Okay? And feel cooler. She felt cooler. You say you forgot how difficult primary science was. Why can't you got a full stop? So you're secondary school now? Oh, sorry, I was writing. Lost it to the strong wind. Cannot wind is cold. So cannot, yeah, don't Yeah, okay, so lose heat to a strong wind. To the surroundings will actually be better, but don't try not to say lose heat for to the strong wind. Hello, can you hear? Yeah, my mic died on me. Cannot last 3 hours. Can you hear not now? Okay. Okay, but do you okay? Just now I was answering. Sorry, just now I was answering who? Okay, let me try to scope. Okay, Meow is right. You said that can water on her face lost it to the strong wind? Cannot, because the main point here is actually the water evaporated. So if you say lose heat, right, that means you're saying the water is hotter. So cannot. The water is supposed to gain heat, then it can evaporate. Okay, can? All right, so please be very, very careful with this one. And okay, can? Okay, okay, good. Can hear now, right? Good. Okay, so let me move on, okay? I'm gonna highlight the key things that you need to say. You need to say that wind increases evaporation, rate of evaporation. The water gain heat faster, evaporated faster, and it caused her face to lose heat faster. That's why she felt cooler. Okay, so always remember when you need to explain why something is cooler, you need to mention that particular thing lose heat. Okay, I'm gonna move on. House is raining. Oh no. The water gain heat from her face. Yes, you must say that it gain heat from the face. Over here is raining too. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Let's move on to the last one. Oh, CT Kitty. Why you say Yishun A grader? Because Yishun grader, you are at Yishun? Okay, let's look at this food web. Can have you all learned food chain and food web in your schools already? Done? No worries? Okay, okay. Hey, why you say Yishun is like Ohio? Hello. Why? Why like that? Oh, no, I haven't learned. Okay, never mind. I explain a bit. Everyone okay? Okay, I go. You why you stereotype? Okay, I move on. Okay, Melvis, are you okay? Sorry, okay. The video recordings will be like sent out. Okay, so let me move on first. Okay, so you can refer to it later when it's out. All right, so let's look at question 7. So question 7. All right, study the full web below. How many food chains are there in the food web above? So, okay, let me just tell you what exactly is a food chain first. A food chain is showing you the energy transfer. What organism eats what, and when they eat something, energy is transferred over to the next organism. Okay, so when it comes to food chain, you or your food chain always starts with a producer. Okay, a producer are plants. Okay, plants. Okay, producers are plants because plants make their own food. They produce food. Okay, so they are producers. So plants they most of them in general don't eat other organisms. So they get eaten. So the arrow must be pointing out. Okay, they get eaten, they go into another organism's like mouth or stomach. So the arrow go into another organism. All right, so with this, you have to identify a producer. A lot of you, hello, do you know where is your producer? Oh, you're still at energy after forces. Don't worry. Then you should. Then after you watch the live, you'll be able to answer your school teacher's questions next time. Do y'all know which one is your producer? Arrow pointing out. I give you a clue. Arrow pointing out are your producer. Out, out, pointing out. Very good. W. So W is actually our food producer because you can see that it goes into the stomach of another organism. It goes into a stomach of another organism. So start with W. Think how many pathways, chains are like pathways are there. So let me show you, okay, let me show you everybody. The first pathway is this. Okay, we have pathway number 1. Okay, W, U, Y. It stop here. So one food chain. A food chain must have at least 3 organisms. Okay, 3 organisms in a food chain. All right, second food chain. W, V, X, Z, Y. It must go all the way to the end. Okay? Okay, next. I have another food chain. Okay, we have W, X, Y. 1, 2, 3, ready, okay? Everyone okay so far? Okay, next. I can have another food chain I show you, okay? W, U, V, X, Y. A lot, okay? And last one, W, X, Z, Y. Okay, so let me, maybe if you want, I can write it down for you, okay? I'll write down food chain number 1, W, U, Y. Number 2, W, U, I write it down for you, okay? V, X, Z, Y. Okay, number 3. Yeah, because I haven't learned yet. Just start from the start, start from the producer. Then you trace all the way to the end. The end is usually Y because you see Y eats so many different things. Okay, don't worry. Now you are confused with your later on you will understand better already when your school teach also. Okay, because 8th grader teach already in the notes. So next one we start from W, U, V, X, Y. Okay, W, U, V, arrow to X, arrow to Y. This one is Z. Let me write clearly so you won't get confused, okay? All right, and number 4 is actually W, X to Y. And number 5 is actually W, X, Z, Y. Okay, so this one is just the pathway. See, W go to X, eaten up by X, X is eaten up by Y, W is eaten up by X is eaten up by Z, Z is eaten up by Y. So altogether, there's actually 5 food chains here. So now you must do tracing, like when you all do find the house of this person, bring this person back to their house like a maze, the kind of thing. So you need to uh, do the same, just that you start with your producer. Okay, then you follow the arrow and you trace it. If there's no way to go, you stop. Okay, so like W, find all the different ways. W, U, Y, one way. W to U to V to X, then still can move, right? Then to Y, then you stop. Okay, understand already? Can? Why mark so little? Because easy. Don't even need to do science concept. Just trace only. Okay, the science is only 1 mark. Okay, let me just tracing, start from the start. Understand, right? Start from the start. Find the path all the way to the end. Find different path, different path. W, U, V, X, Y, one path. W, you can go to X, you can go to Y and stop another path. Okay? So everybody, let's move on to the next one. All right, so let's look at this one. Classify all the organisms in the food web by writing the correct letter, because we teach you already. That's why those of you all should that are in A grader science, you all would have understand it better. Okay, in the boxes in the of the chart below, you may write more than one letter. Okay, so everybody, just now I asked you all to identify a food producer, right? Which one is your food producer? Just now I did ask you all, which one is your food producer? Very good, producer gets eaten up, arrows pointing out. Okay, so W is a food producer, okay, because it is a plant. No, sun is not a producer. The sun provides light energy for the plant to make food, but it's not, we don't call it a producer. Okay, so what about consumer? Consumer means eat, right? So everybody, do you know plant eater? Do you know which one is a plant eater? Plant eater eats producer. Plant eater eats the producer only. Only eats producer. Okay, only eats the producer. Which one do you think is a plant eater? Oh, the boot camp for P6 science is already over. I don't know the price actually. You must go our website, then you can see. Okay, hello, why no one knows no one knows which one is a plant eater? Everybody, W is a producer, right? Which one eats W only? You see, which one eats W? We got only two organisms, U or X. Eats W only. Only eats W, only eats the plant. Very good, Stitch. Very good. User, X cannot. X also eat another organism. So it's not a plant eater. It eats plant and another animal. Okay, so the plant eater is actually you. This one only eats W. Then it gets eaten up. Whole thing gets eaten up. All right. So which one is a plant and animal eater, everybody? Which one eats both a plant and an animal? Do you know which one eats both a plant and an animal? Just now I say already. Stitch, very good. Yes, YS, very good. You see over here? It eats a plant. W is a plant. V is an animal. So it eats it up. Okay, so very good. So this is supposed to be X. And which one just eats animal only? It's other organism. You can write more than one for the animal eater. Yeah, we are omnivores. We usually eat both plant and animals. But wait, do you know or not? Hello, animal eater. Do you know? Animal eater. Very good. I see the V. V is not the only animal eater, right? See, V eats you, eats animal you. Only eats animal, okay? Y is very good. Y eats animal U. Y eats animal X. Y eats animal Z. Still got one more. Still got one more. You miss out. V say already. V, Y are animal eater. Still got one more. Look carefully. Like it's cannot. It's both. One animal eater only. Only. Animal eater only. You miss out one more over here. What is this? You see Z eats animal X. So Z is also an animal eater. Okay, okay? So everybody is supposed to be V, Y, and Z. You see Z, maybe you get pushed to the top. That I missed it out just now when I was writing. Don't worry, full stop, but you are sec 4 already. It's still so confusing sec 4 already. But okay, but sec 4 you don't have food chain and food web anymore at all. Okay, so let's look at C. C. If a disease, okay, this one you use your general knowledge, okay? If a disease wiped out organisms U, X, and Z, okay? So U, no more. X, no more. Z, no more. So what can organism Y do to survive? Everybody, can you think animal Y, right, is a what kind of eater? It can eat. Oh, very good. You're thinking logically right. Animal Y does not eat plants. Okay, there's a reason why organisms eat certain things only because their digestive system cannot digest that particular thing. So usually, animal eater cannot digest plants, and like your rabbit that eats plants cannot digest meat well. Okay, so for this, the only thing there no more food. Okay, but it's animal. So no other food, but it eats animals. So the only animal left is V. Okay, the only animal left is V. So the only thing it can do is to adapt and eats V. Okay, V is very good user. So you can say that organism Y can adapt and feed on V. It's like it doesn't. It's like imagine V is an insect and or is a food that he doesn't like to eat. Okay, like bears tentatively eats fish. They don't usually go and eat other things. Okay, but last resort for them to survive, they need to. If let's say there's no more fish, they need to start killing other animals to eat. Okay, okay, so they can just say animal Y can adapt and feed on V. Why you talk about Beyonce all of a sudden? Yes, very good. Tan QR Fun six. Oh, how to pronounce your name? 679. Okay. Secondary four camp tuition. No, we don't actually. We don't have secondary school science at all. We do have math though. Six. Call you six. Okay. So we are done with the live today. If you all don't have any other questions, enjoy your remaining holidays. Are you all not going overseas or what? Is it not going Malaysia? Not going? Hey, you have your go and have your dinner, okay? You eat your dinner already? Bye, babies. Hey, thank you for coming, okay? Take note, everybody. The next live, right? We had okay, wait, I don't even know whether let me see. Next live is next week. Wait, let me see. Okay, already, bye already. You'll be back, ah? Oh, P6 cannot go overseas. Okay, bye-bye. Already, we finished the class already. No more. Finish the class. Finish the live already. No more, unless you got any questions. Then if not, you can wait for you all can turn up for the next live, okay? Some of you joined so late. Bye bye. Next live is tomorrow actually. You want me? I can show you this one. Wait, this one. Yep. Okay. It's not me, okay? Tomorrow would be those of you, just like I saw someone in secondary school, you can actually join, but it's only Sec 1 and Sec 2 math and P5 English as well. Those of you who are P6, you can join the English, no problem. Okay? No, it's not. P5 English and Sec 1 and 2 math tomorrow. Okay? Okay, then I see y'all. Wow, science is your strongest subject. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna end already if you have no more questions. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for coming. Wow, math is your strongest. Okay, I'm gonna end already, okay? Go and have your dinner.